Hello, I'm Dr. Wyatt Woodsmall, and I've got an exciting announcement. And several years ago, I did a series of programs with Evan Pagan, and up to now, they were only available to the people that went to those programs. Now, finally, they're available, so you can purchase them by clicking the link at the bottom of this page. Let me tell you about the program. The one I want to talk to you about now is a one that was called Mind Control. This was one of the most powerful programs that we did, because it was one of them that allowed us to begin to take control over how we live our lives, to take control of how we manage our body and our physiology, which is body control, to take control of how we manage our emotions, which I call heart control, an interesting term, and how we manage our mind. And so I know no other program that goes into this much detail about these three critically important areas. You see, a lot of people tell you what to do, but they don't tell you how to do it. This program is full of how-to ideas about how to manage your body, your mind, your heart, and your spirit, and how to begin to put these things together. So in this workshop then is a how-to workshop. It's hands-on. It'll have exercises, and if you go through the exercises, you'll find you can totally change the way you relate to yourself. So it starts with your body, getting your body in order, taking care of your physiology so you can be healthy, so you can operate at an optimal level. The next thing has to do with emotions, what I call heart control. The problem is nobody told you you could control your emotions. We're born into an insane world in which somehow we think that emotions are something we have no control over. Daniel Goleman has done exhaustive research on emotional intelligence, which is 4 things: how to know what emotions you're experiencing, how to calibrate yourself, how to control your emotions, how to calibrate other people's emotions, and how to influence other people's emotions. And the great tragedy is that Goleman says this is the single thing that's most correlated with success in life. And this is the insanity. There's no school in the world where you learn emotional intelligence. Nobody teaches you this. People are victims. We think we have no control over our emotions. And we go through life having no control over our emotions. And sometimes we're happy and sometimes we're miserable. Or more often what happens, either we're associated and we're on a continual emotional roller coaster ride, or we dissociate, we numb ourselves down, we cut off our feelings, we become a disembodied intellect and go through life that way because we don't know how to have a choice and we don't know how to begin to work and control our emotions. This is one of the most powerful parts of the seminar. Whenever I teach this, people are blown away. They're amazed. They leave the seminar, and for the first time in their life, they now know how to control their emotions, how to decrease negative emotions, how to increase positive emotions, how to begin to have joy in life, and how to begin to turn the switch off when they need to be dissociated, when they're in pain, when they need to make an objective decision. But nobody teaches you how to do this. But I teach you how to do this in this seminar. And this can be one of the most valuable things you can learn in life. So the third thing is about mind control. Now, mind control is all about how you can make better decisions, how you can think more clearly, how you can have better understanding about what goes on in the world, how you can begin to use your brain and your mind effectively so that it's a tool rather than a hindrance, so they can help you to learn how to make decisions that are the best decisions you're capable of making, and how to be able to do this on a regular basis. So how do you control your mind? You see, once again, most people can't control their heart. They can't control their mind either. Their minds are jumping around. They're all over the place. They're always doing all sorts of things. It's like one of my friends says, it's like our brains wake us up in the middle of the night and scare the hell out of us. Doesn't sound like the best thing to have. So what we want is an ally. We don't want an enemy. And how we begin to control our mind will determine whether it's an ally or whether it's an enemy. The yoga is a science, and the definition of yoga by Patanjali, who was one of the creators in the yoga science, is that yoga is the control of the fluctuations of the mind. And our minds are always jumping all over the place. How do we get them focused? How do we keep them on track? How do we persevere at something until we accomplish something. If you want to be successful in life, if you want to be successful in business, if you want to be successful in anything, the first thing you need to do is learn to control your mind, to be able to put it on something and keep it on it, to be able to focus, to be able to think in creative ways, to be able to come up with creative alternatives, to be able to make powerful decisions. Well, this program teaches you how to do it, and there are not many things out there that do this. And then last is spirit. So what does it mean to spirit? So there are many things in the world that we don't understand. And this program begins to touch on some of these things, what we used to call strange, weird stuff. And strange, weird stuff nevertheless happens. And how do we begin to understand it? How do we fit ourselves into the bigger picture? How do we fit ourselves into what's beyond us? How do we answer the question, what's it all about? How do we answer the question, what does it all mean? So we begin to touch on that also in this workshop. So this workshop is incredibly powerful. The people that went through it were blown away by the changes that they made in the 5 days of this workshop by understanding how to begin to work with their physiology, their heart, their emotions, their mind, their mental aspects, their spirit, and by beginning to take control over all of these. We call this program mind control. This may be the single most important decision you ever make in your life, is the decision to click the button at the bottom to purchase this program right now, immediately. You need it. Don't hesitate. Don't wait. Get it now by pressing the button at the bottom. Thank you, and I'll see you in the program.